Yeah, so today we are going to discuss about like in reports. Reports, write it down. Reports. Reporting reporting enables you to create, reporting enables you to create and distribute, distribute reports, distributes reports that show the current state, that show the current state, such as such as how many open incidents, how many how many open incidents of each priority of each priority are there, how many open incidents at each priority are there, comma, reporting functionality is each priority are there, just keep it as like an etc, etc, full stop. Next, reporting functionality is available by default. Reporting functionality is available by default for all the tables for all the tables except the system table. I'll repeat again. Reporting enables you to create and distribute reports that shows the current state, such as how many open incidents of each priority are there, etc. Reporting functionality is available by default for all the tables except the system table. Full stop. Full stop. Yeah. So let us discuss what is reports and how we are going to create it and how you are going to share and how you are going to work with like in reports and projects. Okay. So let me ask you, so what you know about like in reports? Just generally not from like in service now. So what is report?
Progress of work we have done.
Exactly. Then okay, fine. So that's what. So whatever which we did, or else we, I just need to showcase. I just need to display respective data, or else I just need to display depending on like in the conditions what kind of records are there, how many are there. So those things and also it's just like a result of that specific thing which we are going to display is nothing but which we can simply say reports. So reporting is something which we are going to enable to create, we will create it and we are going to distribute those reports to the respective persons depending on like in conditions. Okay, so let me give like in real time scenario over here. So there is like an one client, he just need to check on there is like a different assets are there. Let's say example, so assets we know, right? As we discussed before, assets is something, laptops, device and everything which includes into like an asset. So they are working with like an asset management right now, let's say example. So whenever he just need to monitor, he just need to check on how many assets is like in dispatch, how many is like in shipped, how many is like in maintenance, how many are using. Okay, so those things which he just need to know. So he just asked about like a send me a report regarding these kind of things. So here the what's the condition? So how many assets are being used? How many assets are being like in damage? Just like in under maintenance. Okay, how many are in use? Okay, all these things is nothing but which we can call it as a condition. Okay, so let me go with like in one more scenario. So incidents we do have like an incident records, right? In incident table. So there is a specific states as well. So new, in progress, closed, resolved, all this. Okay. So they might ask you like in, so send me the closer records update. Or else send me the how many incidents got resolved. Or else send me the pending records, whatever was there. Okay, send me the new record. So these kind of things which they might ask you to create a report. Okay, so creating a report is like an easy. So how to do this is nothing but, so let's go ahead with like in all the left navigation menu, type it reports. So here there is like in two ways which we can go actually. Okay, so just go ahead with like in view, run or create new. So if I go with like in create new, the new fresh thing will come up. If it is like in view and run, we'll get like in the existing reports as well. Okay, so how to navigate? Just go back, left navigation menu, type the reports, and then click on view and run. You can see all the reporting details over there. Or else, if you want to go with like in fresh one, then just click on create report. You'll get this one. Even this also can be done in a top right corner. See, create a report we have. From here also, we can go ahead. Okay, and there is like in one more thing which we can go ahead as well, as I showed you before in options. Let's say if I click on over here, so here see there is a bar chart and pie chart. I told you on that day, right? So if I click on bar chart or pie chart, it will redirect to the reports, sys underscore reports. You can check it over here. The same thing will come up, sys underscore report. So by using the bar chart also, which we can create a reports. This is what something which we can go through incident table. Not only incident table, whatever the table might be, just click on like in these column options in the these three dots, and then here we have bar chart and pie chart. Okay, so that's how which we just need to navigate to like in the reports. Okay, so whether this also be fine, and whether you can go with like in the before one as well. So if this is one, let's say example, they are asking me to go ahead with like in only the category software.
పడుకున్నాడు
Okay, so
మరి
here
పడుకున్నాడు
see,
పడుకునే ఉన్నాడు లేకలేదు ఎక్కడ అని మరి
okay, so here see we do have like an only these records, 8 records which having a category software. So I need to send this report to the respective person, maybe like in group or based on role, or maybe like an individual person as well. We can send it as like in through mail as well. We can send it as like in Gmail also. We can use it. Okay, so now this is the requirement, let's say example. So those who having a category software, I need to check on these details. They might ask like in these fields should be displayed and all also they might ask. If they are asking, just personalize it and you can go ahead. Okay, so you can click over here bar chart or pie chart, and you can directly go to the report on clicking that, and you can customize this thing. Okay, or else we do have like in directly, you can go to the reports and open, click on like in view run or create new. So I'll go with like in view run because I will explain like in these options as well available here. Okay, then I'll go with like in creating a new report. Okay, so let me go with like in one by one option. Okay, so here the backend value of this is report home. If I go to like in the report, the new report, and whenever I open a report, that's like in sys underscore report. Okay, so see here my reports I have. So my reports is nothing but the whatever the main reports which is available. Okay, so that's we call it as like in 508 are there. Okay, so this is like in my reports which is already there in the out of the box. Okay, so if I go to like in group, so group is nothing but if someone created a group and that group which they have shared the report, then that will be available in this session. Okay, the next one is like in global. Global is something which is available for everyone. So there is no restrictions or nothing. So it will be available for everything. If I click on like an all, so the three will come up. Okay, so that's how it will go ahead with like an all. Okay, so here we can search with like a name as well. Let's say example, assert details. So if I search with like an assert details, whatever, whenever there is like in wherever there is like an assert, so all the things will come up. See, assert by location, assert by department, assigned to me. So we do have like in by default, we do have like in multiple reports over here. Okay, so let me create a report for you guys and we'll show you how to go ahead. So to do that, so click on like in create a new report in the top corner, top right corner, and you will get this. Okay, and this is what one thing, the interesting thing which we have over here is we can write the question over here, what the report is. Let's say example, incident resolved. Okay, so now I'll get what and all the incident state is like in resolve, I'll get the result. So as of now, there is no records based on like in my condition. See, state is equal to resolve, nothing else. So we can ask the question over here in a proper way with like an understandable way and you can go ahead. Or else directly you can go back to like in here the data. Let me refresh this. Okay, so now see report name. So just give like an any report. So here, let me go ahead with like an, let's say the condition is like in category is hardware this time. Okay, or else let me go with like in state only. The state is like an in progress. So how many are there here? Let me filter out, filter in. So here we have 20 records, which having a state is like in progress. Or else you can go with like in priority as well. Okay, so based on like a priority. So whatever the scenario which you are going ahead is just a condition which we are applying there. Okay, the requirement here is nothing but the condition which we apply over there and then we can showcase it. Okay, so they will ask you mostly, they will give you like in the condition in which table and all the details which they'll provide in a requirement document. Okay, if they are not giving like an any details or something else, you might ask them again, no problem at all. There will be like a lot of calls in between like clients and your team, material and with us as well. So we can discuss what needs to be done and what needs to be like an required from there and as well, and we will get full details and we will start working on this. Okay, so now see, we'll go ahead with like an the in progress of state is like an in progress which will send a report to them. Okay, so now, yeah, so create a report, new page, just give like an incident, name is like an anything you wish, in progress incidents or something which you can go ahead. Okay, incident in progress also, fine. Okay, so now see source type. Source type we have like in two options. One is like in data source, another thing is like in table. Okay, so data source is nothing but we do have like an Excel sheet sometimes which we import, right? So as we do have like an import sites, there is a data source as well, which, so in a left navigation menu, just type it out like in data source. Okay, so under system imports, there is a data sources. So here these are the data sources which is available. So CSV file and then MySQL file, Excel sheet and all this. So if I want to send these data, so these one as like an report, then I can select it as a data source, or else I want to go with like in the existing in ServiceNow tables, then I'll select a table. If it is like a data source, you need to select the data source over here. Okay, so now I'll go with like an in table and type it out incident table. So from incident table, we are going ahead with like in creating a table. So now we are done with like in the filling up the data, the first session, and we have a type, configure, and style. Okay, data is done. And give the report name. Okay, so whenever you are doing ahead with, just save the form. Okay, so the data will not be like an erased. Okay, so I saved this, and in this table we have like in how many are there? 49 records are there. Okay, so here we have a filter. Just check in over here, or else I can ask a question. I have typed it before, right? Even that also will work. So here, see, there is a filter, and here just give state is in progress. That's what we were discussing before. State is in progress. And if to check it, there is a run button. Just click on the run button. You will get the details. See, there is a 20 records which state having in progress value. Okay, so now let's save this and let's move to the next one. Type, and here see there is like a bar, pie charts, donut, time series we have, multi-dimensional reports we have, scores we have. Okay, just I just need to display the number, then I can display the number as well. See, incidents in progress, that is like in 20. If I go ahead with like in some other stuff, let me show you. Bar chart. And now the bar chart will come up. So this we can customize it later, and that is like an horizontal bar as well, histogram as well. Okay, so most probably if they're asking like a list of records, if they're asking like and that send me the data regarding this with like a respective fields and all, it's better to go with like an showing in a list view only. Okay, if you want to try with like a different bar chart, pie chart and all this, even that also which you can go ahead. Okay, so let me close this. Yeah. So if I go ahead with like in all the things which I can go ahead. So as of now, which I can go with like a list. See here, display data in list. If I click here, the data will display in the list format. Okay, so there is like an active. Just click over here, we'll get like a 20 records available. Okay, and so that's how which we will select like in type of a report. So whether you need in a bar chart or pie chart or histogram or else in a graph format. Okay, so anything which you can go ahead depending on like in your data which you are sharing to them. So you just think about like in which kind of report which they are requesting. Sometimes they will let you know. If not, just go with like an appropriate thing for that specific data which they're asking. Okay, and the next thing, just go with like an configure. Okay, so here, which we can choose the column, which column should be there. Okay, first which column should be there. So here we can check it out like in the first number is the short description, category, subcategory. So the alignment is just like this, right? See, number, short description, category and all this. Let's say example, I need to remove the subcategory from this because there is no values over here. So this is a dummy, empty values. Okay, let me remove the subcategory. Double click or else single click with the just click on here one this arrow mark button. Okay, and click on OK. And now see, click on run. The subcategory is not here. See, it's like an so that's how that we are going to choose the columns, which column should be displayed in the report. We'll get like an all the fields from an incident table. We can go ahead with this. So we can add a color as well. See here we have color, which I go with like a second option. Now click on run. So now see the color which came with like in the second one. Okay, so now we'll go with like in group by. So group by is something, the first group by is nothing but active incidents will come up. Okay, so if I want to do like an additional group by as well, let's say we have a priority and category as well, right? And category we have software, network, inquiry, and all. And then here we have a critical, high, planning, low, moderate, and all. Okay, so let me group by these as well. Group by is nothing but it will showcase, okay, in a group by manner. Let me show you over here. So if I click on like a group by priority, we know about it, but anyhow, I was just recalling it. So that's how it will come up. So if I click on this expand group, so here I'll get only the critical thing. So that's how if I want a group by, even here also I can go ahead. So additional group by, what I'll do, I'll go with like a priority. And if I want to do with like any other stuff as well, then I can go ahead. So save and click on run. So now see, just click on like, and here is a group by. Here I have a active and priority. So which one you need, just use select it and scroll down. See, critical we have 11, high we have 4, moderate 3, and planning 2. So totally we have 20. So that was, this is what. So if I wanna go with like a need to open any record, just click on the arrow mark and you can open the record as well. The incident record, and you can verify the details of that specific record. Okay, so group by is something, that's what which we'll do. Okay, and then we, if I want to configure like an any function fail, okay, then I can go ahead as well. Okay, so this haven't used it before. So which we can set up like an any function, and then the filter which we can go. So operations. Okay, so here we'll get like an all the fields and we can apply. Okay, so that's how which we can save when the functions will come up. Okay, and the next thing is like in style. So just go with like in the next style. So here, if it is like in bar chart or pie chart, so this style will be like in very good, I can say. So as it is like in list view, even this also will help. Let's go with like and see a show chart title. So it's like an as of now it's report only. So we'll go with like in report. Okay, so here see chart title. So we can make it as like in the chart title as well. Incident in progress. Okay, so chart title is nothing but these list title will be available either whenever we send a report that it will showcase. So this is a report name and this is a chart name. So for the difference, we can change out anything, and this is a chart size of a thing. So we can go with like an anything else. As by default we'll get a 16. And chart title color. So here we have like a black, right? So you can search, click on like a search icon and you can change whatever the color you want. So as of now, if I click on this, see the color got changed. Okay, so by default, black is the thing which we will have, or else we can go ahead with like an anything. Okay, so click on run, and the color also changed. And now see title horizontal alignment. So as of now, it's in the center. If I want to make it as like a left or right, that will work. See now it moved to like in left side. Okay, and if I check or click on like in right, and it will move to right side. So it will be good if it is like an in center. So mostly we will use in center only. Okay, so incident in progress. So let me go with like in priority, and those things will come up. If I want to check on like in the active thing, then that will come up because that's a group by which we have added there. Okay, and let's save this one. And after saving, so see here we do have like a few more options as well. So report information, so we'll get the details as well over here. Okay, regarding the report, and there is a sharing option and the delete option as well. So I can delete it as well. Okay, so we have a sharing option as well. So sharing option is something which we just need to focus on now. So here see share, schedule, add to dashboard I have, and export to PDF I have. So if I click on like and share, see, I can share this to like it only for me or else for everyone, okay, or else groups and users too. So I can add a group as I showed you in the before, as like in there is a groups and there is for like in reports for me and global and all, right? So that's how this is what depending on like in the sharing which we go give over here, it will come up. So if I click on like in users and the users will come up. Okay, I can add multiple users as well to share this. Let's say this person is a guy who is asking to share the report. Then I have you used it. Okay, let's say example, and we do how like in we can export it as well, or else we can schedule this too. Okay, schedule reports. We have a schedule jobs as like in one of our concepts. So there we will learn more about this. As of now, just focus on like in how to schedule the report. So scheduling report is nothing but so this report every day. I need to send this report every day evening 6 o'clock. It's just like in this is a use case. So the same scenarios like in the conditions was like in same and the table is same. Okay, so tomorrow few incidents will be like in resolved, and later that might be moved to like in closed, or else today few are like in progress, and tomorrow it will be moved to like in resolved, right? So that's how which we can send the same report every time with the same condition, but the records will change according to the condition. So how we are going to do? We are just need to click on like in schedule. Okay, so there is a name, it will go ahead with like in this one. Incident in progress is a report name, right? So you can change the name as well if you want later. Okay, report is this is what the report which we have done. Okay, so here I can add a users, groups, and email address also I can go ahead. Okay, and application active we know about it. So run, we have a run. So weekly, whether that's go ahead, daily or monthly or periodically and so on. So these things which we'll discuss later as well, and we will set up like a time here, 6 hours or every 10 hours or every 15 hours. We are gonna go like in every 24 hours also. Okay, so we can go ahead with like in these thing, and if I want to mention any conditions, then I can mention the conditions in this one. Okay, if there is no records, let's say example, the conditions, if whatever the conditions which I applied for that specific report, there is zero records. Okay, so then we can omit this. So sending a empty report is not a good thing, right? So that's why we can check this one as well. Okay, and then there is a subject as well of that specific email which you're sending up, and then the message also which we can go ahead. Okay, and here the type of a thing which we can go with PDF, Excel, CSV, and all this. Okay, we have a zip output. So zip output is nothing but which we will zip the specific report. Okay, so this I haven't used it. Okay, include word. So if I want to include any further report as well along with this, then I can include it as well. And then page size, which we can go with like in any of these A3, A4, letter, legal or custom. Okay, so now this is how which we can after doing this just save it and you are going to send the report according to the schedule time. Okay, so that's how the schedule will work. And if I want to add this report to dashboard, just click on this add to dashboard, and then here you can go with like and click on the which dashboard you just need to go ahead. Okay, let's say incident overview I'll set up, and then the tab is nothing but the overview. There will be like a few tabs will be there. So here you just say I'm adding over there and add it. I'll show you this incident in progress report will be available in that specific dashboard or not. Okay, so let's go back to the see incident overview is the dashboard. We are in the dashboard table. Okay, so here see the first tab which I have added, right? So just go with like a group by, just click on like an priority and it will available, or else if I click on like an active, it will be there. So to showcase whenever I click on like an OK, it redirected to the dashboard page. If in case if I want to check this from like in left navigation menu only, just type it out like in dashboards. There is a the self-service, we have a dashboard. Okay, you can open here. So this is a recent one which we opened. Okay, if I click on like an all the dashboards will be available here. So Control F, type it out like an incident overview. See here our report will be available. If I click on add dashboard, see the first one, incident in progress, my report is available here. Okay, so that's how. If I want to remove this, I can remove this as well. Okay, by customizing this later. Okay, so we go back to the report now. And there is like in one more option, export to PDF. So we can export this report as like a PDF and can send it to mail as well. Okay, see we have a portrait and everything. Send it as like a mail and give your mail ID over here for just like a testing purpose. Let me give my mail ID. And before this, you just need to do something actually. There is a properties, email properties. Just cross verify this, then only you will get a mails. Okay, email properties, just go to email properties. Here, enable sending, enable receiving. Check this one and save it. Okay, so we are just setting up like in properties over here, settings which I can say in general way. Okay, so now go back to the report and give your mail ID. So I'm giving our ServiceNow training classes mail ID. Okay, export. So now see, export report will be sent to email to this one. Okay. So now let us check. It will take some time. Let us refresh my mails over here. And now I'll get that mail. So it will take few seconds actually. Okay. Let's wait for some time. Let me recall it again, whatever which we did. So reports is something depending on like the requirement. We are going to showcase or else display respective details to the clients actually according to the requirement. So here the requirement is specifically the conditions which we apply. Okay, so to do that, so that is like in two ways. One is going ahead with like in directly in the left navigation menu, just type it out like in reports. Okay, just open, view or run or create new. Okay, anything is fine. So here we'll get like in all the reports as well along with the create report button, or else you can go with like in create new. And the next thing which we have is nothing but go to the respective table wherever you need to create a report. Just click over here and here we have see bar chart and pie chart. So any of the one which you can select and you can create it. So in the same way, the same things whatever which we discussed before, we have like in data, configure, style and type and everything, right? So you can check it out like in these things. See, the pie chart will come like this with like in different colors as well. So if you want to configure, if you want to style these things, you can go and you can select as well. And this also which I can save and I can select this one. Just click on like and share and export it and send it as like an mail. Even this also I can go ahead. See, and this also will come up. So that's how which we will fill the data, type, configure, and style. So that's how which we are going to share it, or else we can schedule it, or else which we can display in dashboard as well, or else we can export and send this to a specific mail ID too. Okay, so let me refresh it whether that came up or not. We'll see. It should come back anyhow. So it will take some time. Meanwhile, we can verify in one more way as well. So here, see left navigation menu, just type it out like in outbox or mails. Okay, there is like in two ways which you can check it out like in the mails. Okay. So see, that is like in ServiceNow training classes, attached is report, which we are going to. So this is in a ready state, not at send. Okay, so this will go ahead. And I just added like an admin at example.com as well, right? Whenever I'm clicking, I clicked on like in share, I clicked on me. I added a user called system administrator. So that's how this is displaying over here. And there is a one more thing which I have showed you is like an emails. So open this and you can check it out like in what and all the details which we applied. So see that is an attachment. So if I open this PDF, so this PDF is nothing but the report which I have shared before. So it's like in loading. So let's wait for like a few more seconds. Okay, and let that come up. Yeah, see here. This is a report which we have done, incident in progress, and run date and time we have, and who run this, and what's the table name, what's the condition we applied, group by which we did for like an act. Okay, so sort order is like an ascending order, which it is showing like in all the details. Okay, and the color it's displaying over here is critical is like in the red color is showing as it is like in by default it showcase depending on like in the criticality, it's like in the priority the colors will come up. Okay, and there is like in another stuff as well, right? And one more thing. Okay, even this also the same thing. And here we have a preview email, right? If I scroll down, so here also we'll get a mail. Okay, this is regarding some other stuff, I guess. Okay, so yeah, so see, if I click on like in preview email, if there is something else, if I just need to, if I added in a message, all the things that will come up. As of now, there is only the attachment. That's how the body is empty. So let me refresh over here now. The mail should trigger. It'll take some time sometimes actually because this is from like an outer external sources, right? External platform which we are doing from here to there. Okay, so let me check the state. Still it isn't ready only. Okay, so it will show as sent as well later. Okay, whenever it is like in sent and the mail will be triggered to you. Okay, so let me go with like an yeah questions right now and then I'll check it again. So any questions so far on this concept? Is it clear, guys?
Priyanka, can you just move to the configure tab?
Yeah, sure.
Just once.
Where was my report? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so configure is group by active. That's all. This is the only one filter you have applied here.
No, the priority as well. One active is like in I did it and that came
Okay.
in like in by default. You can remove it as well if you're not required. And I have added the priority too.
Okay, all right. And then you moved to the
The
style.
style, yeah, right. We can
Okay.
move here or else here also back and previous will come up and we can do that. So
Import. Okay, so chart title, fine. Okay. And then you go ahead and run it, right?
yeah, running is something which we will check it out, the conditions, the changes, whatever which we did to verify, to check. Just for like in testing purpose, we'll click on run and we need to save that whenever that specific thing is required and necessary.
And where do we select whether we want in a pie chart or any other
Type the second one.
type? Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
here we go. All good?
Yes, all good.
Okay, great. So the mail should trigger. Let me refresh it again. The same thing, whatever which I showed you, even a outbox and email, the same thing will come up, but it'll take some time because we are sending from like a service now to external platform, right? That's how external applications simply I can say. So that's how about like in reporting. I thought of going with like an instant management, but I have a lesser network today. I'm not sure whether I can continue for like in 1.5 hour today. So that's how just I gone to like in reports. So tomorrow we'll go with like an instant management tables and updates and all this stuff. And later that is notifications and scheduled jobs, which is somehow similar to reports only, which will be easy. We'll go with that as well later. Okay, so as of now, this is what about like in reports and how that works, and according to requirement, how we are going to decide. It's like creating the reports over here. So yeah, and I'm gonna upload this video as well in a few minutes. You can check and verify it. So let me take it as like let me give you one task over here for you guys. So just go with like an incident list view. I'll be happy if you're good with like in doing a task here. So what I'll do, so I just gone to like in the state is like an in progress, right? So you just go with like in the priority is critical, okay, and group by with the software, and go with like in the bar or pie chart instead of like in list view now, list this one, then I'll go with like in bar or pie chart. Okay, just prepare a report according to these conditions. One is like in priority is critical is the condition, and while group by, just group by the category. Okay, and then share the report to me only whenever you're giving the mail ID which you're giving, just share me along with your mail ID. Just give this mail ID as well, so that which I can verify whether you have done or not, and how is your practice also, which I can monitor later. Okay, so yeah, that's what about like in this thing, and let me know your questions, guys. All good? No questions so far?
No, Priyanka.
Okay, good then. So there is no new joinees, I guess, today. Yeah, fine. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great
Thank you, Priyanka.
Yeah, bye bye.